Happy Wednesday. Shyla Webb here, education consultant with Intermatter as well as Rock My Campus. I had created a room. I have not done Facebook Messenger rooms at all. And what I want to do is just start a weekly group. What do we have to lose Wednesdays? I wasn't able to start it, so my apologies. I'm just coming in live. Facebook Messenger rooms is really a place where we can interact and we can talk. So I love that versus coming live, because live is like me sharing out to you, and then the only way to interact is through the comments. So if you are catching this video, please say hi. When I first started this group, it is really about serving educators, whether you're administrator, paraprofessional, teacher, anyone that works in the school system. This is about learning to thrive rather than survive. So this group is really about your needs. This is to serve you and what you need in education. While I have a lot of answers, I don't have all the answers, nor is this a time to even say we have the answers. This is a pandemic. We're all sitting there shifting and pivoting all day long, right? The regulations are changing, the standards are changing, kids are fluctuating with their well-being, their academics, as well as we are fluctuating with our own well-being and what we need for today or this very, very moment, and even our ability to keep up with the workload and the demands that are there. So what I want to do is, what do we have to do lose Wednesdays, is just to come up with some creative ideas to quickly change it up. So my background is working specifically with students with emotional behavioral disorders, spent many, many years in the classroom, and then was an administrator for a few years before I completely went independent. And when I think of like just changing it up, this isn't to completely rebel against the system. This is to find ways or things that we have control over, and what can we do. So there were times working in the classroom, and I had students that would get really upset, escalate, and you know how they can, they pick up the item. Here I got Silly Putty right here, and they're gonna chuck it across the room. They just get so mad, they can't regulate. And there were quick go-to interventions that I would have. And I can think of, for one, there was this laughing baby that would just giggle, like loud giggle on YouTube. And rather than saying anything to the student, granted, I gave them the typical prompts that were needed, you know, not to escalate and that, but sometimes we all know that we're just not responsive in those situations. I would just start playing this laughing baby, and it would completely, most times it would redirect the attention of the student and distract them from what they're so mad about. Or another one was fainting goats, not making fun of fainting goats in their situation. It's just a fascinating neurological dysfunction that grabs kids' curiosity, like what's happening. So those are the things that I would do quickly to shift and be able to manage behavior, as well as to stay on key. Now, there's so much more that goes into managing behavior, such as teaching the expected behavior, the replacement behavior, the extinction, all of that. So all of that was done. I'm just saying, what are those quick fixes that we can do to change it up in education right now? Behavior problems of kids are at its worst as far as intensity, the frequency, being able to grab their attention, all of that. So I'm hoping that what do we have to lose Wednesday is all about just figuring that out, because these are situations that these little grabs, quick grabs, are in our control completely, and we can incorporate that. Now, it might be one thing to push play on YouTube, you know, to be able to disrupt your lesson. You might have to pause. But for me, it was easier to do that than to actually pick up an entirely destroyed classroom. So I'm hoping we can come together on Wednesdays and brainstorm and get some ideas and share resources with one another. Again, if you're here, say hi. It's great to see you. I'm happy to reconnect with you through this group. We're going to be going live and a lot more interactive. I'll be sharing out different questions that you could use and propose with your kids as well to get them connected and on board with you. So thank you for listening. I hope to see you on What Do We Have to Lose Wednesday from now on. I have some really fun ideas and some things that we have tried as well that were very successful when responding to kids and getting them on board and shifting up the energy. It's negative right now. It is really, really stressful, tough times right now. And so what can we do? What are those little tiny, tiny things can we do in order to change it up and make it better for you and me and the people that we're here to serve, which are the kids? So thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it and look forward to interacting with you more on What Do We Have to Lose Wednesdays. Have a great week.